Hi, my name's Lisa Doolan. I've published 200 theatre reviews and loved writing every single one. And I've loved seeing how theatre reviews bring people into the theatre to the right shows that they're going to love. And a lot of the artistic work that we see today depends on this connection between the audience and the work. So this is where you come in. Perhaps you've wanted to write for theatre, you already do, perhaps you've got some strong feelings that you want to share about something you've seen on stage. It's a lot easier than you would imagine to write a review and get it published online so that you can see yourself as the author and get the rewards that comes with that, because obviously if you're the theatre critic, you get 2 free seats and your interval drinks, and also the glory of sometimes seeing your name in print, in paper print, and obviously online too. It's also a great way to make content for your email list, as you're offering them a brilliant chance to share in local community events and to find out what's happening globally in the world of theatre, as theatre is very much an international place now. So where do you start in doing all this? Well, you've seen something you love, you've got a strong feeling in your tummy. First of all, let's go back right to the start of how the process starts. Go to your local theatre, check out their What's On guide, and just find something that really stands out to you, that you think you're going to be able to write about, that draws you. Perhaps it is similar to something you've seen before that you had a lot of passion about. Now, this week in my local theatre, we've got Peter Pan in Scarlet. It's a really visual feast of circus acts and storytelling that unfolds, and it's the sequel to Peter Pan, written by a local lady. So that's my opening start to that review, and that's just come from basic observation, but it's very interesting to people that live outside this area. They wouldn't actually know that as such. So after ringing the box office to book your seats, things that you would need to ask is, what's the running time? How long is the run for? What are the dates that it's going to be in the theatre? Rough guide to ticket prices and intervals. Are there intervals in the show? So this is useful information to readers who are planning their night out and perhaps they only want to spend an hour before they have something else to do, or they really fancy watching a long, historic, epic show. So there's your first paragraph, just taken from the conversation that you've had with the box office there. The next trick is to find out a little bit of colour about the show. So when you go to pick up your tickets, just chat to some of the staff. How's the show been received? Where is it going to play next? Has there been any change of cast? What did they think of it? Being careful that this is about you and what you think about the show in your heart, so that you're going to create an honest connection between you and your reader and build the tribe that works for you. So great to hear what other people think, of course, but stick true to what you truly feel. And then see if you can get a programme of the show. We've recently had a very modern take of a Shakespeare classics. We've got the programme here just to check through for interest. Now, if you get the programme in advance, maybe the press office could send you a PDF version, or have a look at the theatre company website and just get a few lines of the plot so that people get an interest as to what they're going to see. Is it historic drama? Is it romantic comedy? Is it tragic? Is it farce, silliness? Is it pantomime? So get a real feel for that. For instance, this is a classic tale, Two Gentlemen of Verona, Shakespeare, but it's done set in the 60s, rock and roll. So that's an interesting feel for what people could get from that as a night out. So careful not to reveal any plot spoilers, any sort of dramatic events at the end, because people will want their money's worth. And if there's a surprise coming, they'll want to enjoy it with the rest of the audience. Now, you might want to tap into the venue, description of where it's going to be. There's lots of wonderful outdoor theatre now. This is one we've got locally. an outdoor garden show. And so you can tap into what people can expect to see, the architecture around them, the if there's a little bit of history about the gardens that it's being told in, then that gives people an idea of value for money from their ticket price and whether it's going to really suit their styles. So we've got our main paragraph there about what people are getting for their money, what they're going to see. The next thing, obviously, go and enjoy it yourself and experience it. Take your notepad with you, and if you are writing in the dark, the first time you do it, it feels weird. If you do want to write some notes while it's happening, take a spiral notepad and a pen. I like the pens quite big so that you can write in the dark a lot easier, and just use very big writing. You kind of get used to it. Some people have pens with lights on that they can write, but it's a little antisocial, and not all theatres are happy about you doing that. So jot down how the show starts. Is there any music when you come in? Is the set already on the stage? But the interval is going to be the main source of answering the basic questions that the reader is going to want to know. And you might tap into what you would like to know before you bought a ticket for the show, or you might quiz some of your friends and families about what would be interesting questions for you to answer, or just go with your gut. And any descriptive words about what you're feeling about the show itself, and describe the lighting. How is it? Is it dynamic? Is it dark? Is it experimental? The costumes, are they traditional? Are they contemporary? Are they modern? Are they very of the future even? And then a little bit about how the acting styles are landing for you. Is it a great ensemble? Is everyone equal in their delivery, or is one person really standing out? Try and think of a word why. What's about their acting that really is doing that for you? So then we enjoy the rest of the show. And on the way home, have that little moment where you can think of your verdict, where you give it the thumbs up or the thumbs down. You do have to be true to yourself, and if you're going to give a big verdict, then do back it up. If it wasn't for you, perhaps the performance tonight didn't match the artistic company's vision. Perhaps it was a style that didn't suit your taste. So you're giving the reader something to work with if it wasn't for you, because obviously we've all read 2-star reviews and then we've gone on sometimes to love the show ourselves. So with your verdict, how did the show leave you in a sense of finding a punchline to leave the reader with that they're going to remember your review? You could write a pun on the title of the show. If there's a lot of Shakespeare done in a very Victorian setting, like, was it Much Ado About Muffins? So a little quip on the title, or perhaps there is a line in the play that really stood out for you, like in Billy Liar, we're all in the gutter, but some of us are looking at the stars, where he references Oscar Wilde. So was it a funny moment that really was worth all of the money? I remember seeing a show where a fish just fell from the ceiling and it just brought the house down. So a little something that gives the reader a taste of how they're going to feel afterwards, their transformation if they go and see it. And this could be the one thing that brings them into the theatre. It'll certainly be what they remember your review for. So you've done that. Now time to upload your review into a great website that's going to make your work pop and stand out. Before you do it, double check your grammar on the computer with Word or one of the websites that will do that for you. And also double check the dates, times, so your credibility in your review is high, and double check the names of any authors that you quote, or play titles or theatre company names. And once you've got the basic facts crystal clear and right, then just check to see whether you've got any very large sentences that make it a little bit hard to read. Break them down with a semicolon, and then just scan it for sense so that it's all perhaps in the same tense. All the verbs are either in the present or are you telling it from the past? And you may want to quote that whether it's a world premiere or new writing, or whether it's going on to a national tour, or it's just a one-off or part of a festival, so people have a sense of this event. And then for the theatre website that you choose, pick one that suits your taste. I do have a book coming out that will list a large range of theatre websites that will welcome you and make your review stand out. But it's not hard to Google it, and you will find some great theatre websites to choose to match your work to as well. And so once you've established yourself with the website and they've accepted your review, hopefully you've caught the rush of the first night fever for a show, and then it's very easy if you tweet your review or pop it on a Pinterest board that you can create easily. It's very easy to get some shares. I've had some reviews have had like 1,000 shares that I've written. So I've written 200 reviews in total. So it does vary, and the sooner you can get it out, the quicker you can, the more impact it will have. And I reviewed one dance show 1 hour after it had finished. I was up online with it, and it's still quoted now, what I said about this performance. It was an amazing performance. But it's wonderful when you can be part of somebody's success like that and bring other people to come and enjoy the art form as well. And obviously it builds your profile as a theatre critic with integrity too, if you can get it out fast. If you would like a summary of everything that I've chatted about today, and hopefully some of it's been useful, and hopefully it's helped you feel engaged to write your review, to stand up as a theatre critic and have this impact on arts, bring the right people to the right shows, and do justice to your own writing too. A summary can be found at bit.ly/critics guide, CRITICSGUIDE. So bit.ly, it's a bit.ly link, critics guide, and that will give you a free summary of what I've just said. And I am creating a book to show you a fill in the blank way, and I go deeper in each section of what I've just spoken about, although I think should have given you enough there to really get going on writing a review. So what you're going to write about, do leave me a message and tell me. Perhaps on the way back from work there's an amazing busker doing a great set and that he's there every Friday. Then everything in your world could have a review attached to it, and share that with other people and develop a new string to your bow. And who knows where that could take off? Who knows where that could take you? It's been such a pleasure to talk about this today. I've enjoyed myself immensely, and I do hope to connect next time. I'm hoping that we can get more connected and I can help people, you, with writing your review online, and any questions that you have, then I would love to answer those. In any event, I do wish you a great day, and I wish you huge amount of success with your theatre writing and all of your writing in general, but particularly the theatre writing, because your theatre needs you. Theatre needs more reviews. So let's get all of those shows that you've loved reviewed and published tomorrow. That's me signing out. Have a really great day.